everyone. So for this BlueSciCon talk, I'll be explaining what I did for Agavi, which aims to make education simple anywhere. Okay, we have a slide issue here. All right. My name is Fontanezi. I'm a research associate just like you. And on the last 3 months, I've been working with Dr. Lev, which has advised me in the project Teaching in Tech Deserts, which is the official name of our project in BMSIS. With Agavi, we are building sustainable education technology. So today, most of education technology has two contexts. We're either stuck in the video and quiz approach of the 20th century, or we're obsessed with the technologies of the 22nd century, like virtual reality and AI. While these approaches both have their pros and qualities, neither of them use the best teaching practices or grapple with the reality of the learning environments that are always connected to high bandwidth, right? So we have a lot of contexts where you won't have connection to the internet, or people might not have computers or cell phones available. And we might, with all of those things happening, we might forget of solving the issues we have today in the 20th century. So the focus of Agavi is solving real problems with real solutions. Our project is currently built with four pillars in mind, which is being a choose your own adventure builder, because out there we have too many show and tell builders. So Agavi is designed to be flexible for the teacher to choose what experience they want to provide to their classroom. The second pillar is to be simple and fun for teacher. There's too much complexity in most of applications out there. So the focus of Agavi is to be simple, have a small learning curve, and allow teachers to create the experience they want. Providing actionable analytics, which is a big part of Agavi actually. In most applications, you won't have real-time learner data, which is crucial for the teacher to understand how their classroom is performing and where someone is getting stuck so they can help and everyone can perform better. And of course, being designed for low and no bandwidth settings. Most applications are also very internet dependent, so Agavi is built with that in mind, being able to work in those environments. And how we're approaching this, following for the first pillar, is creating a block builder. So in Agavi, we have experiences, and those experiences are not defined as, for example, slideshows or questions. They can be built with different blocks, and each block can show a different task or different content. Being simple and fun is being tackled by having a very simple UI with clear instructions that anyone could understand anywhere in the world, with not many that overhaul of features you have in most applications. And providing actionable analytics, every time an experience is created, you are able to see exactly where the students are, if they got stuck, how many times they're taken in each question, and an overview of the class, so you can act in the moment and help anyone. And specifically for the application side, because Agavi is focused on a website and an application, we're not dependent on other resources. So you can use your local files. You don't necessarily need to be connected to the internet to use it. So that's how we're tackling those issues. Here, I wanted to show you guys what the plan is for an MVP for Agavi. So as you can see, starting from the left, the first slide is the homepage for the Agavi application. We have a very simple UI with straightforward options. So you have your account and settings. And for building, you can do a task, an experience, or a full-on suite. So you can also review the courses you have created or everything that is scheduled. For example, in the middle slide, we can see an experience called Marble Bar Trip. In this experience, the students will explore the Marble Bar field site and discover the exciting field of geology. This was set by the teacher, and we have an experience flow. In this flow, you can see right here the building blocks of an experience. So here, for example, we have the introduction, which, if the teacher wants so, might be a slideshow presentation. Here, describe site can be an exercise. So these blocks are not defined to be one specific thing. The teacher has the flexibility of defining what they want to do with that and what they want the students to see. And here on the right side, we can see the analytics of the experience. So these blue dots here would be all of the students. For example, we have a separate student here in different groups. So the teacher has full on control of what's happening in their classroom and in their activity. And this is what Agavi aims to provide as an MVP. Currently, what we're using under the hood is React.js, which is a JavaScript library for developing reusable components. In that way, we can develop fast and in a simpler way. Tailwind CSS, which is a CSS framework, which is used to style web pages. And of course, when you're dealing with pure CSS, it takes a lot of time to develop. So Tailwind just makes everything simpler. TypeScript, which is a typified variation of JavaScript. It's a programming language. And ShadCDN UI, which is a portal, actually a library, that has built-in components that we can customize and reuse. So Agavi is being built using tools that are available to everyone, and they're fairly simple to work and can allow us to deploy things fast. Of course, all of this is being managed through GitHub. GitHub is a code and version control hosting website. And on there, we can work with all of the team and show different versions of the application that we're creating. So currently, the progress we had, Agavi has two different interfaces, which is the student interface and a teacher interface. For the student interface, we already finished the login workflow. So this is actually the website interface. This is our welcome page. So in here, the student will be able to log in, or if he doesn't have an account, he or she doesn't have an account, he can create the account. So first, we have the sign up page, which in which the student will put their name, the email, the password, and then they will be good to go. As simple as that. And then if the student already has an account, we have the sign in, we have the login page where you put the email already established before and the password, and then they're in. The other workflows we've already implemented are the password workflows. So for example, if you forget your password, you can enter your email and you get a reset code, which will be confirmed. And then once that's done, you're able to reset and log in right away. For the teacher interface, currently we're on the sign up page only. So it's fairly similar as the student interface, but here the teacher will be logged into its own portal. So the student can just see the experience available and the teacher can see that interface where he can create and provide experiences and tasks. However, most of the changes have been done on the backend. So I've mainly worked in the backend of Agavi for now. And with good progress. So most of the routes have already been established. Most of the experiences are being worked on currently right now. Actually, in the project, we had some changes today in the morning. And yeah, that's basically it for Agavi. The next steps are to finish the front-end interface, finish the full backend integration, and go to the field testing. So I would like to give a shout out to the Agavi team because although this is my BMSIS project, Agavi is a whole team comprised of amazing people that I've been working with. And most of these next steps are being worked on right now. As I told you, we had a commit in GitHub this morning on the teacher interface. And this is being created in parallel. So we have a design team and most of the UI has been revamped and we have the wireframes for what we want to implement in the front end ready. We have some developers working on the front end, some developers working on the back end, and we hope to have this MVP really soon. And then once that's completed, we're going to the field testing. So to see if Agavi can solve the problems we want, but hopefully it can, because from what we've been seeing, the project is going really great and we're getting where we want to. So yeah, Thank you, Dr. Lev, for advising me on these last 3 months. Thank you, Graham, Joy, and thank you, YSP. It's been amazing being part of this project.
Wonderful. Great job, Joel. We do have some time for questions if anyone has a question or two. You can drop them in the chat or raise your hand. Sanjoy? Sanjoy's great with questions.
Wow, thank you for this presentation. It's great to see the progress on Agavi. You really need quite a solid database in the back end to handle all the lessons and the users and all that. How does that contrast with your desire for it to be a simple, lightweight, very usable app?
Yeah, since we're using all of those frameworks, actually the development is straightforward, and we have a big team for dealing with that. Currently, since most of the interaction in the front end is very simple, we don't have to create a big code or create like 1,000 lines of code because we're using the frameworks. So basically, that's why we're using those. That's how we intend to tackle the simplicity of the thing.